Notice the feet at the base on the floor, your soles of your feet. And just feel your feet and maybe wiggle the toes one time or two. Notice the full width of the feet. Notice anything that you're feeling right now in the feet. And now start to scan the body upwards. So we're going to bring a sense of awareness from our feet and start to move up the legs, the belly, the chest, the arms, the hands, the throat, the head. Just want you to go through the full body, breathing in and out. And take your time with this body scan. I'm just going to be an observer. Today we're going to do mountain pose, a mountain pose meditation. And a lot of this mountain pose meditation is going to be centered around being an observer, experiencing, but being an observer at the same time. And use your breath to help you keep your sense of awareness. I'm going to ring the singing bowl as you're going through your body scan. Once you hit the top of your head, come back down to try to get any parts of the body that you may have missed on the way up. And remember to take your time. You're just noticing the body. As you're breathing in and out, just notice the breath and the quality of the breath too as you do this. And again, avoid trying to force the breath to be a certain way. And when you come down to your feet, we meet back at our feet. I just want you to pause there for a few moments. Feel the strength of the base here, the base of your mountain. Imagine that your feet are rooted and grounded into the center of the mountain, the core. And we're gonna bring into our mind's eye a beautiful mountain. I want you to allow this mountain to be something that you appreciate. Maybe it's something that you've seen before, or maybe it's something that you have in your mind's eye that's maybe from your imagination. And just for the next few moments, as you're feeling grounded into the base of this mountain, I want you to start to assemble it, bringing awareness, just like you did through each part of your body, through your body scan. Scan the mountain and just see what sticks out for you. And what does it look like? What is the temperature? If your mountain is in maybe the States, maybe it's nice and it's sort of like a springtime mountain. Maybe it's in the winter time and there's snow. Your mountain can be even built of ice or rocks. And try to just allow that mountain to be built. Anything that you desire the mountain to be. Think about the colors, the texture. Maybe there's wildlife, or maybe it's absent from wildlife. Consider if there's rivers flowing or trails that lead up to the peak. And breathe in and out as you do this. Allow yourself to now take on the shape of this mountain, starting at the feet. Just want you to feel the strength, the stability that comes from the solid foundation that the mountain sits on. Notice the soil that maybe your feet sit in, the earth. See what you notice about that as you sit here. Breathe in and out, bringing your full awareness to your feet that touches the earth beneath you. It's important to build a solid foundation here. It's important to be aware of this foundation. Let's practice this for a moment before we're so quickly to move from it. Notice what foundation feels like to you and what kinds of feelings or experiences come up from this idea of a foundation for you. Just explore that for a few moments as you breathe in to this awareness of your feet, and you exhale to the foundation which supports it. Breathing in and breathing out to the foundation. And as you do this, you may notice that other parts of your body are impacted by the breath, and that's only natural. But see if you can, just for a moment, consider that your foundation is not impacted in any way, even though the other parts of the body may move or you may shift. The foundation is still there. The feet are still on the ground, pressing on the floor beneath you. The mountain is still rooted in the ground, unmoved by any storm, any weather. And take about 5 more breath cycles, the full cycle of breath as you stay anchored into the foundation of your mountain, exploring this in its entirety. Consider the breath coming in through the nostrils and out as wind. How that wind come down to the feet base, fully aware of its capability. And we're going to start to build up now from our foundation, the bottom of the mountain, and we're going to allow the base, which starts out pretty wide, to start to peak up as we go up through the legs and the hips, the chest, shoulders, to the peak of the head, the crown of the head. And just explore your mountain all the way up as you're moving through the body. What are the details that stick out? This solid structure. Keep breathing as you build up through the legs, the knees, and the thighs. Imagine the skin holds all the plants and the grass and the trees. Imagine the breath holds the wind and holds the night and the day, the storm, the weather. As you breathe in and out, can you see the trees of the mountain brush back and forth? As you go up through each part of the body, you can change and shift. The wind doesn't blow over the full planet at the same time in the same way. The wind has cycles. The breath has cycles, like the seasons have cycles. Like the weather has patterns and cycles. See if you can just notice what these cycles and patterns are for you as you continue to go up through the body. Through the body, you may feel emotions, and those are also part of this experience. Emotions are also part of the weather, the ever-changing weather that changes the landscape of the mountain. And as you breathe in and out, can you help to maybe intentionally bring your emotions and that weather to a place of peace, peace that your whole body can experience, that the plants and the shrubs and the trees, the leaves just come to a calm, faint whim of air, almost like a baby breath on the body. Make sure you're coming up through the body, through the belly. Feel the belly provide heat as you breathe in and out, and life. as your heart rises and falls, beaming with life throughout the full mountain, throughout the full range. Whatever that wildlife is for you, whatever your personality fits best with. I'm going to continue to come up through the arms and the limbs and the hands, still embracing that it's covered with this shrubs and this plants and this sense of nature. Can you relax the shoulders a little bit more so that the wind can calm and the leaves come to a rest. And if you don't have leaves, maybe the other elements of weather that are on your mountain calm, whether that's snow or ice, whatever your mountain is, just allow it to come to peace. And what does a peaceful mountain look like to you? Continue to travel up to the crown of your head, exploring the sense of peace. And because your senses are in your head and in your face, you can almost taste it. You can breathe it. You can see it. You can hear it. You can recognize how it feels because of your mind. So if you can structure this idea of a peaceful, calm mountain, from the crown of the head to the base, the roots, the core of the mountain that's on the foundation of the soil and earth. Notice what it feels like up there at the peak, how the atmosphere changes so much. It's the smallest part of the body, it's the smallest part of the mountain, yet it's still strong. Still on a solid base of the rest of the mountain that props it up. And what does it look like from here? I want you to spend the next few moments just in your vision, in your mind's eye, as the mountain would see the perspective of the world. Notice what it's like up there. Are there clouds? How does the atmosphere change? Do you still feel the wind? What does it feel like to have everything underneath you still be there to support you and lifting you up? And just continue to bring this into your mind's eye. And keep breathing. Anytime the mind wanders, simply bring it back with the breath. And keep seeing yourself looking from that peak at the top of the mountain. How exhilarating that might be. Or how different that might be. Whatever feelings come up for you, know that they're very valid. And they can shift and change day to day like the weather, but the mountain itself doesn't change. Not the structure of the mountain, anyway. The weather may change, and that gives you maybe rough patches and smooth patches and rivers, but that doesn't change that it's still a mountain. I want you to bring in the full mountain now from the crown of the head. I want you to bring up every piece of the mountain into your mind's eye and completely embody it as you sit here, aware from your head to your shoulders to the mid body, to the legs, and to the feet, which is the foundation. And back up again. Allow the breath to wisp through so you can sit up a little bit taller. Allow your peak of the head to rise up a little bit taller towards the mountain, towards the sky. As you're sitting here, breathe in and out and see if you can just notice this magnificent structure within this mountain. I'm going to ring the singing bowl. I'd like you to continue to just embody this mountain, understanding as you breathe in and out that the outside can shift and change, but the internal is still present. The internal is still a mountain. As you continue to breathe, see if you can breathe in a sense of love and compassion and gratitude into that internal structure within, that strength within. See if you can just honor that for a moment. You can take a hand and place it on your heart. See if you can just feel that gratefulness for you, being the person that you're supposed to be as you are right now. This magnificent, magnificent person. See if you can really be intentional about recognizing this and really believe it and really mean it. Find at least one reason. I want you to search under every rock if you need to. For some of us, we may forget our greatness and forget our purpose. For others of us, we may have been weathered and feeling like the weather has hurt our external and we've been through so much and we forget or we don't believe anymore about our worth and value, but it's there. It never has lost shape. It continues to hold you from the ground to the top of your head. And as we get ready to close practice, if at any time you need to come back to this sense of your worth and your value, simply just wiggle your toes and feel your feet on the ground beneath you. Take a breath, feel that breath all the way to the crown of your head, and notice that you are here. And maybe smile to that with a sense of love or a sense of gratitude. You are enough and you are worth it. Thank you and namaste. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. And remember to just breathe.